Hey guys, happy Monday. Today is the first day in the series that I'll be posting on my YouTube page surrounding mental health and wellness. And if you can't tell, I'm pretty excited about it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right in. Okay, let's put it like this. Whether you're young or old, the importance of mental health for your total well-being can't be overstated, you guys. Plain and simple, when your psychological wellness is affected, it can, and usually does, cause negative behaviors that may not only affect your personal health, but also can compromise your relationships with others. So the former teacher in me is and always will be a goal setter. So my aim with this series is to guide us towards choices and actions and mindsets that will ultimately leave us with the benefits of good mental health. So today I want to dive in and start by highlighting the 5 main benefits that I think we can achieve with a positive mental mindset. So here we go. Number 1, a stronger ability to cope with life's stressors. Let's be real, life is a bitch. Curveballs, left and right. Am I prepared for when I strike out? Or take a fastball to the gut in the batter's box? Coping is key. Having the ability, number 1, and doing it the healthiest way possible, number 2, are the key to coping. So when your mental and emotional states are at their peak levels, the challenges of life can be easier to overcome with better coping strategies, where isolation, alcohol or drugs, tantrums, fighting may have been adopted to manage relationship disputes, financial troubles, work challenges, and other life issues. A stable mental mindset will encourage healthier coping mechanisms. Number 2, a positive self-image. Let's do a quick assessment. Feel free to hit the pause button as needed. I encourage you to open like the Notepad app on your phone or grab a piece of paper. And what you write during this time will be just for you, okay? We will reference it later in the series though, so try to keep it in a place for safekeeping. And once you are set, you can press play again. All right, we're ready to roll. Close your eyes and picture yourself. We're attempting this like bird's eye view, out of body look at ourselves. I just want you to float in this space for a minute. Think about what you see when you look at yourself. Don't overthink it. I mean, trust me, that can be really hard not to do. But just let the thoughts kind of flow and go. And when you're ready, I want you to write down 3 words or phrases that come to mind when you look at yourself. They can be anything. Whatever comes to you, write those down now. And then below that, remember, pause if you need to. Below that, on a scale of 1 to 10, we're gonna rate your current level of self-image. Yeah, that's some real stuff right there. So 1's gonna be the lowest. It's like it's in the trash, sitting next to the chocolate eclair on the doily. That's a Seinfeld reference, by the way, for anybody who gets it, 10 bonus points. And then 10 is actually going to be the highest level of self-confidence and belief in yourself. So just assess kind of where you think you fall right now on this scale of 1 to 10. Write that number down. And I mean, honesty is key, right? Like, we don't gain anything from lying to ourselves. So really just try to be as open and honest with yourself as you can right now, where you think you fall. And once you're done with that, go ahead and tuck it away for another day. All right, so that might have been a little hard to do, but sometimes it's the only way to really gauge your progress, right? You have to see where you started and hopefully see where you end up to know if there was any change. Mental health is one of those things that directly correlates with personal feelings about yourself. Overall mental wellness plays a huge part in your self-esteem. Confidence, not to be confused with cockiness, is often a good indicator of a healthy mental state. So a person whose mental health is flourishing is more likely to focus on the good in themselves. They will hone in on these qualities and will generally have ambitions that strive for a healthy, happier life. So, speaking of healthy, let's talk healthy relationships. Number 3, whether it be with your significant other, your kids, your boss, or even that poor unsuspecting cashier at the grocery store who caught you on a bad day. When your mental health is solid, you are typically more capable of kindness and providing the important people in your life quality time, affection, and support. When you're not in emotional distress, showing up for and supporting the people that you care about just feels so much easier. 4, better productivity. We all have shit to do. The list never ends, or at least mine doesn't. So it can be so hard to even want to begin to tackle that list when your mental health is on the struggle bus. Dealing with depression or other mental health disorders typically impact your productivity levels in some form. But when you're feeling mentally strong, it's so much more likely that you will not only be able to work more efficiently, but pump out higher quality work. And speaking of things that are higher quality, number 5, a higher quality of life. Who doesn't want that? When mental well-being thrives, your quality of life will improve naturally. A person who bases all of their happiness on their job, their relationship, or material and tangible things can easily spiral if they lose said job suddenly, their relationship ends, or their material possessions are destroyed. Those who know me know that the last 14 months of my life have been rough. All capital letters. To name only a few of the things that I have run into in the last 14 months, I totaled a vehicle that was completely paid off, leaving me with a monthly car payment that I definitely didn't want, but I'm thankful to be alive. Ending a relationship that ultimately led to months of harassment thereafter. All the way to an unexpected trip to the emergency room that left me with outrageous medical bills. And yet, I believe that if you asked the people in my life about my level of happiness, they would still rate it fairly high. Now, I have to be clear, just because someone is displaying happiness and stability on the outside doesn't necessarily mean that they are feeling it on the inside. So I think that's something that we all kind of know, right? But I can say honestly, despite all of the curveballs and the fastballs to the gut that I have been thrown the last year, my genuine level of happiness and positive outlook has remained. And that, my friends, is directly attributed to the work that I have done on my mental health over the last handful of years, and is in turn a direct result of these benefits that one can experience when they employ a positive approach towards mental health. I just want to wrap things up by saying that I really look forward to spending the next handful of weeks going through some of the main areas surrounding and impacting mental health and how we can approach those together, so that these benefits are something that we can all experience in our everyday lives. I also really want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for taking the time to watch this video, and also give you props for loving yourself enough to want to improve. Like, that's big stuff right there. So please don't hesitate to comment. I would really like these to be interactive to some degree. And I also have to ask that if this resonated in any way, like, give it a like and share it with somebody on your page or with a friend that you think might need to hear it. We just want to touch people's lives, So happy Mental Health Monday. I hope to see you all next week, because mental health matters.